Good morning. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. Let me turn. I don't know. The sun is in my face. I'm just walking in my neighborhood. It's very beautiful. You know, it's winter, guys, but today is like a spring day. So I'm just walking, you know, enjoying the fresh air, you know, just chilling out, because for a day like this you don't want to be inside. You want to be enjoying, you know, this is a kind of a background, a backdrop of this beautiful community. Yeah. The trees are kind of dry, but they're not dead. They're like that in winter. Yeah, but it is a beautiful day. It's a little bit windy, but yeah, it's still nice. People are walking. People are enjoying. It's not that busy, but people are still doing their stuff. So this is kind of my morning routine. I walk sometimes, you know, and walk. I do a lot of walking because I don't want to be immobile, you know, because I'm really on disability. I have a bad back, but thank God I can move. And this is such a beautiful day. I can enjoy the day in this beautiful neighborhood, you know. Yeah, so guys, enjoy your day. I hope you can go for a walk too. I hope you can enjoy whatever activities you're doing. Guys, I'm back from my walk. So while I was walking, I stopped at the corner store and I bought some stuff here. I don't know if you can see these things. They call them Susumba or Gully beans. I don't know if you understand. Most of us that comes from Jamaica, we know them. They're called Gully beans. And guys, I bought coconuts. Yeah. And I bought some purple onions. Some people call them red onions. So I thought to myself, I'm going to do some rundown. Rundown is a Jamaican cuisine. You do it with, of course, your coconut. And of course, I have my gully beans, or my susumba. We call it susumba. And so I'm going to make rundown with gully beans. Today, I call this day, it's Friday, but we call it preparation day, because I'm a Sabbath keeper. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, so we would cook our food, all of our food today, because we're going to do no cooking tomorrow. We only worship tomorrow, right? So let me get with preparing my rundown with my susumba in it. So I'm going to prepare everything, and come along with me. All right, come along with me. Okay, guys, so now I have my mittens, because when you are preparing the coconuts, they're hard and you don't want to damage your hands. So no, let me when we buy the coconuts here, they're wrapped in this plastic syringe wrap. So take them off. Take them off the coconut. Yeah. Take them off. Guys, yeah, all of you that are not Seventh-day Adventists and you go to church, you know that on your church day, most of us don't cook on our church day. We prepare for our church day. Some of my Susumba is wearing this thing, so let me wash that off. Put it over here. So, okay. So let me go back to my mittens. Put on my mittens. Guys, the day today is so bright, but it's kind of cloudy. So the sun is going over the cloud and I'm really at my kitchen window looking outside. So anyway, I'm going to bust up my coconuts now so that I can get them into the blender so I can make my coconut juice. Alright, so here we go. Let me bust up the coconuts. Alright, this one. Wow, I like when it do like this because I can get the water to drink. Oh my God, I'm lucky today. It's not all the time I get it like this. Alright, so yeah. Wow. So I have coconut water, so let me get a cup. Alright. Pour out the water. Yes, man. Dry coconut water. Cheers. Very sweet. Guys, you know what I learned about coconut? How this part of the coconut is formed? This part. It's actually formed by the water. So, how the coconut is grown, it's a big coconut. It's green, but nothing is in there when it's green. So, that coconut will grow, and the water will subside out of the coconut. The coconut water is in the coconut itself. And so, when the coconut is coming to maturity, the water will subside. And then each time the water subsides, it turns into a gel, which we call jelly. Turns into a gel, and then the drier, the more drier the coconut gets, the more mature the coconut gets, the gel turns into this hard coconut. Yeah. So let me continue to bust up the coconut so I can get it out of the shell. Wow, something is flying there. I can get it out of the shell and so I can get it to blend up. Let me take this off. I'm going to continue to get the coconut out of the husks the coconut out of the shell. So yeah. Bam. Boom. Alright. Another pieces. I'm going to use 2 coconuts for this recipe that I'm doing. So my recipe is called Coconut Rundung with Susumba or Gully beans. So I'll continue to get the coconuts out. Yeah. Look. Yeah. Yeah, so 1 coconut is finished. And I'll go do the other coconut. I'll do the other coconut. I had on my mittens the wrong way. Right. So again, let me see if I'm gonna get lucky. This one, guys. My shoulder is not too good. Take my time and see if I can get some water out of this. Let me see. Whoa. If I'm gonna be that lucky. I don't know. It's leaking out already. Oh. Okay. Yes. I got. Wow. I'll set this aside until I'm a little bit thirsty. Let me clean off my camera, guys. Yeah. Oh, there's water in my camera. All right. Yeah, so I'll do the same thing with the next coconut to bust it up so I can get it out of the shell. Yeah, sometimes it's so easy when you can get it off like that. You just knock it. Don't knock it hard. Just take your little time and knock it, and then it will just remove from the shell itself. You don't have to use the knife, but there's a way to do it. Well, it's a hit or miss, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting it very nicely. Look. It's almost out. Whoa. I've never done... I don't know. The camera is kind to me. I've never got it so perfect. Look. So I don't need to husk a lot. I only have this piece to husk. So let me put on back my mitt. Yeah, be careful, guys, when you're husking coconuts. When you do like this, the knife can slip and go straight in your hand. So make sure you take precaution and work safe with your knife. You see? So what I'm showing you, it slipped and it touched the mittens. So a word for the wise. Use your mittens, guys, when you're husking your coconuts. Alright, so these are my onions. I think they need to be over here because I want you to see what I'm doing. And as I said, it's a little bit tricky to hold the phone when you're demonstrating because I don't have anybody here with me to hold the phone to film me. So okay, so here are my coconuts and I'm going to put them in the sink and I'm going to wash them. Alright, yeah. So washing my coconuts. Yeah. Let me also get a container to put them in. I have this container here. So I'm so impressed with this. This is so cool. You know, this coconut comes out so nicely. It's the first time I'm husking coconut and they come out so nice. As I said, the camera is kind to moi. So, guys, so I'm going to cut up my coconuts so I can get them into my blender. Because you don't have to grate this coconut. I have my grater. I have my grater here. This little grater here, my goodness, it's so very good because I do sweet snacks like gizzada, and this is what I use to grate my coconut. But today I don't have to grate her. When I'm doing my gizzada, I will show you. I don't have to grate her. I can cut up the coconuts and put it directly in the blender. All right. So stay with me. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so when you're, for me, I really have a good blender. It's KitchenAid. Let me show you. This one. I hope you can see it. Yeah, KitchenAid. Right, so that KitchenAid blender is very, very good. You can cut slices, things as big as this, and put it in that blender and it will just chop it up. But to save my blade, I think we should, you know, do it a little bit smaller. I think it's a little bit dark, but I hope you're seeing. So yeah, so here am I cutting up, sorry. I'm cutting up my coconuts. Like this is all right, like so. Cut them. Make sure they're clean. Make sure you wash your coconuts very clean. When you're cooking, you know, when you're clean, the food will be palatable, taste nice, because you don't want to get stuff in your food that it change the taste of your food. So even the coconut, when you husk it out, make sure no trash, like make sure none, and here have some little stuff. You have to be careful you don't get into your coconut. I don't know if it will change the taste, but just to be clean, and make sure what you're doing. And when you're cutting stuff, you make sure there's a way to cut it to prevent the knife from cutting you guys. So yeah, let me just show you how. I'm a new YouTuber. For those who are watching me, I'm not good at the regular X where you speed up or you do this and you do that, but I learn as I go along. So guys, I'm gonna cut up the coconut and then I will. So guys, now I finish with my coconuts. So I'm washing them so I can put them in the blender so I can make my coconut juice. Alright, so my coconut milk. So here is my blender over here. My blender. So I'll just take the blender off. But yeah, these chunks are good to go in. Yeah, look. Yeah, my blender can manage this. And I will put about this amount. Let me see, I will say at a time. This amount, yeah. Not even half of the blender because you're going to make coconut milk, so you want to keep the milk consistent. You don't want to fill this up with the coconut because there would be no space for the milk. All right, so I put this on, and I am going to use some warm water from the top. This is good because you're going to boil the coconut. So for this amount of coconut here, so we can see, for that amount of coconut, I can say like one cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, maybe 4. Right. You don't want to put too much coconuts, you don't want to put too much water. Cover my blender. The sun is playing such a trick on me. My blender, it have different cycles. So for this, I would chop. Put it on the chop cycle before I put it on the mix, the puree, and the liquify. So, I hope you can. Yeah, okay. So, so I chop it as fine as possible so that the other cycles can be managed. So I'll go mix. So you see it's getting a little bit finer, and the reason why it's good to use the warm water so that, you know, Canada is cold. If you use cold water, the water is always cold, so it's better to get the water from the hot water to do this. Puree. When you take this off, look at that. My, you can almost see the custard already. forming from your coconut. Sometimes what I do, I make sure that it's crushed. Look, it's so crushed, like you use a grater to grate this, and you can see the slud. So what I will do now, I will get my pot that I'm going to do my rundown into, and I will strain this mixture into the pot. So here's my strainer. I'm going to wash it. My strainer. So let me get the pot. I love to use this pot. This pot to do my. It's an old pot, but it's very good to do my rundown into. This is my rundown pot. All right, so yeah. Okay, let me. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm doing. So, kind of pouring the coconut mixture in, and your hands have to be very clean when you're doing this, because you are going to use your hand. Let me see if I can get the phone like this, guys. You're going to use your hand to strain your coconut, yeah. And another thing I want to do is to have something to put the coconut in, because maybe we can use it again. We can use the coconut. So just for what you see I'm doing, just let me just show my hand doing this. Yeah, strain. So guys, look here. This is the coconut milk in the pot here. So I put my coconut milk to boil. So here's it, it's boiling. And I think you remember I told you about the gully beans. Yeah, the gully beans, which we call Susumba. It's right over here on the fire over here. And it's boiling too, yeah. It's boiling. Because you have to boil them. I hope you're seeing. You have to boil them before you actually put them in the pot with the rundown, with the coconut milk. I have my onions, my garlic, thyme. Yeah. And in this right here, I have bell pepper. Yeah. Scotch bonnet pepper, tomato, green bell pepper, tofu. Yeah. And so I'm going to chop all of these vegetables. But for the thyme, I'm going to put the thyme. I'm going to put the thyme in the pot. Okay. Put the thyme in the rundown. Yeah, drop it in there. Pimento seeds. So you can put your pimento seed now in your pot, okay? And put it in your pot. Guys, the light is not so good. So of course, my garlics, I'm going to kind of crush my garlic with my mortar stick. Guys, garlics are a very good spice, and it's also medicine. It's also medicine. It's antibiotics. Let me put on this. It's antibiotic. Right. It's antibiotics. So somebody told me that if you have high blood pressure, rather than using the garlic, you can actually use the outer part of the garlic. You know, the shell that you strip the garlic off. Yeah, they said you can use that. Let me show you these parts. Yeah, these. Oh. Yeah, you can use them to make your concoction for your blood pressure with hibiscus, which is, we call it sorrel back home. You can use this amount, 4 buds of the hibiscus, along with 4 soursop leaves. Boil them together and boil them together, because you know, especially when the sorrel is dried, it is very, very strong when you boil it. So you boil it with this and 4 soursop leaves, and yeah, and then you can cool it, put it in the fridge to cool, and you take shot, if you know shot glasses, shot of it each morning. But they said when you're taking it, you have to watch the blood pressure, because it brings down the blood pressure. Of course, I'm going to use 2 onions, and these are the 2 onions. These are the purple onions. They're very, very tasty. I'm going to put in my rundown with my scotchy pepper. You don't have to cut the scotchy pepper. All you want is the flavor, because this can be very hot. So all you need is the flavor alone. So yeah, put it in. Put it in the pot. Did you see that? Put it in the, yeah, right. And with this mixture guy here, you have to be very careful, you know, because when you're cooking this thing, it boils over, because look here, look at the custard already. Oh my, watch it here. Look at the custard already. So guys, yeah, you put in your spice, man, and let them boil together. My rundown is going down nicely. You can see it, alright, going down nicely. So now I'm going to show you how, because remember I told you that I'm going to put tofu in this rundown, and I already told you the number of things that you can put in your rundown. You can put codfish. Some people use salted pickled mackerel. You can put anything you want to put in it, but as I said, my husband is vegan, so when I'm cooking, I don't cook 2 pots. I just cook for both of us. So I'm cooking so that he can eat. So yeah, so now here, right here, let me set this down. I have my tofu, right? Here's my tofu. So I was chopping some, so I'll show you. The tofu is kind of like this, kind of, I cut them like this first, and then I cut them like this again, and then I cut them like this. And I tell you guys that this tofu is an organic tofu, and it has in herbs. They put the herb in it. So I have it here, and I have some other chopped onions, tomato. You remember I showed you the bell peppers, the green and the red bell peppers. Yeah, it was for this purpose. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stir fry this tofu to put into the rundown. All right. So, all right. This is the oil that I use. It's sunflower seed oil. Yeah, I know it's gonna show on the other side of the camera. Oh. Let your tofu fry. I will just fry up my tofu, and you will soon see the end result. So here is the result of the finished product. Look, You see? It actually stopped shaking. It's kind of thick. You can hear the bubble pop, 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 pop. That means you don't have a lot of water. And look, you have some oil, some natural coconut oil going on here, you see? So this is where you want to kind of finish up your rundown, because you don't want it to turn into oil, but you want it to have a lot of custard. You can see the gully beans, you can see the tofu, you can see everything has a color. And so now I'm going to bring it over and I'm going to pour it out. These pots are very nice. They don't heat. That's why I love this pot. When you're using this pot, you can hold it with your hand. It's only the bottom that is hot. So here, guys, you know, I can throw my liquid out. Look at that, guys. Guys, look at this, guys. Look at this. Yeah. Here is the finished product. And guys, for this, you can have this. You can make a salad, a green salad, along with this. If you make a bed of rice, and I won't do it in this video, but you can make a bed of rice. Hold it up on. Let me see. The pepper is still in there to keep the flavor. Look at the custard, guys. Look at the custard. You know, look at it. It's beautiful. Come on, that's yes. Guys, isn't that beautiful? Look. And you can use this same spoon as a serving spoon. And that it is. Here is your coconut rundown with your gully beans, and this is the dish, coconut rundown with gully beans. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, and make a comment. Thank you so much. Bye.